Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island. So if you want to see my review, my thoughts on Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, do that. I also reviewed Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated on the main channel, Kabam Studios. Just watch that review if you want to see that. I actually was going to do the seasons of Mystery Incorporated individually here, but you know what? I binged them like in 2 days, and they're about the same in quality, so really binging them just straight through was better, and reviewing it as a series was just a lot better than doing the individual season thing. It's not like it's Star Wars Rebels where each season's different quality and you see, and there's more stuff explored, but you know, anyways, so I guess just to sum up my thoughts on Zombie Island, the first one, it's probably the best Scooby-Doo movie ever made. It is excellent for how it ages up the characters, make them more friendly to adults, and you know, because they all have jobs now and things like that. I like that approach, yet it still felt like Scooby-Doo, and you know, the monsters were actually real this time. Yeah, this is not the case. First off, the biggest problem with this movie, it was made years later. And while this wouldn't be a problem, is that some of these voice actors have been changed over the years or dead. And also, a movie made in the 90s is going to be very different from a movie made today. And yeah, this movie feels very different tonally compared to Zombie Island. Also, the characters are in their designs, they're, you know, normal designs from any other Scooby-Doo incarnation. And so you look at it and it's like, okay, and then they even actually flash back to Zombie Island to tell you the plot of the movie. And it's really dumb how they do that. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like funny, but they're like, yeah, I know, we were there, and they're going over this whole part of the movie and explaining the whole, you know, they're just explaining it for no reason, the plot of Zombie Island, as if we're dumb. Now, I can understand if they were doing that for kids, because kids probably haven't seen this Scooby-Doo movie from like 20 years ago, right? And this is for kids, is what I would say if there was not so many references to Scooby-Doo in here from the past, and Elvira wasn't referenced, and adult jokes that make no sense. Like, there's a part where the guy's like, Hollywood's so obsessed with franchises these days, and they're always, you know, there's always a found footage movie that they make a bazillion crappy sequels to or whatever. What kid's gonna understand what a found footage movie is and can understand that joke? What kid's gonna understand Elvira and some of these Scooby-Doo references that they made? I appreciate them as like someone who knows about this stuff, but like, no, this is not solely geared towards kids. Clearly, this is aiming towards older fans, and you know, there's jokes here made for older fans. So I don't know, who is it aiming at? What audience are you trying to get here with this movie? What are you trying to get here? Because I don't know. It can't be adults. It can't be kids. Because adults don't need you to explain the plot of the previous movie, because they've probably seen it. And kids need you to explain the plot, but they also don't understand these references. So I don't see the tone here. Also, Velma's voice does not sound like Velma. She's voiced by the voice actress who plays Webby in the new DuckTales, which she's okay in that show, but her voice is kind of in this series, or in this movie, and she doesn't sound like Velma to me. It doesn't sound like that character at all. And yeah, I don't like the voice. Yeah, I was disappointed by this because, you know, the monsters in this are actually fake, which it doesn't even feel like that. Feel like Scooby-Doo, or feel like the other previous movie where it was more mature with its audience. It feels like it's aimed at more children, but also, you know, making references for older fans and stuff. It's very confusing, and it's actually longer by 2 minutes compared to Zombie Island. And yeah, I don't see the point of it. If you want a sequel to Zombie Island, this really isn't a sequel to Zombie Island. I mean, they mention it as if it is, but it's clearly not. It doesn't feel the same. These don't feel like the same versions you watched in Zombie Island. Like, Velma's now an obsessed blogger who doesn't like solving mysteries anymore and stuff. Well, no, she likes solving mysteries, but she's like an obsessed blogger who wants to resolve the mystery with the cat people because it doesn't make scientifically any sense, which is it's not something that was set up in Zombie Island. It's a weird direction to take this character. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of recent Scooby-Doo direct-to-videos, but is this how they are? Because if they are, I had fun with this, but maybe if it wasn't based on Zombie Island, I would have enjoyed it more, and I could have actually gave it a positive review. But since it's, clearly trying to bank off the success of Zombie Island, it's, a little more egregious here, right? So if this is what their quality is, let me know in the comments if you know, because I actually will start picking some more up and actually reviewing them for the channel, because I actually really did enjoy this series. But yeah, or movie, the movie. Yeah, because I can tell you, this movie is fun to watch. I laughed at it. I enjoyed it as a Scooby-Doo movie. I just didn't enjoy it as a sequel to Zombie Island, if that makes any sense.